The only difference between comedy and wrestling is we haven't been hit on by Pat Patterson ever. You know what I mean? That's probably the only thing.
That's actually not true.
This is Channel Attitude. Your voice. Your right. Your freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to the BS show. I'm the S of the BS. My name is Shuli, and my host, co-host, joining me is the one, the only, the B of the group, the Reverend Bob Levy.
What's up, everybody? I'm the B, baby.
We are two stand-up comics. Bob has been doing, I've been doing this 20 years. Bob's been doing this 67 years.
68.
68, sorry. Bob put together so many tours that toured around the country. Maybe you saw us as the Killers of Comedy. Maybe you saw us with Artie Lang. Maybe you saw us on our own in a high school gymnasium when things weren't going well. It doesn't matter. We are road dogs. We have been doing this for many years because it's something that we love. And it's a little bit in jeopardy these days, Bob.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people are very sensitive these days. Quick to you know, point their fingers and try and ruin people's careers.
Instead of just being a miserable fuck and nobody likes you, now you can go online and fucking take out your anger of being a loser on other people.
Well, and guess
like,
what? The other thing is now they have a voice, which they didn't have before, but shame on the people that listen to these voices, right? Like I always, you know, I always think back of when Tracy Morgan got in trouble for riffing on stage about his son.
I thought you meant when he drove in front of that Walmart truck.
No, I didn't say when Tracy Morgan won the lottery. I said when Tracy Morgan got in trouble.
The best gig he ever had in his life, that was. You know what I mean?
And that's listen. Million. And some of you may be like, "Wow, these guys are cold." You got to understand. This is what stand-up comedy is. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Tracy knows this because he's a legit stand-up comic. But stand-up, I'll tell you a story. Open mic I was running years ago in Vegas. Guy shows up in a wheelchair, says, "I'd like to do a few minutes." We said, "Yeah, man, we'll put you on." We didn't have a ramp. We picked the guy up in his chair, put him on stage, and we all went to the back and watched this guy. And we watched him bomb for 3 minutes. He was horrible. And as he's bombing, my friend Michael Potter leans over to me and in all seriousness says, "If I was handicapped, dude, I'd be crushing right now." And that is a stand-up comic. They're jealous. They're not crippled for material purposes.
If you're crippled, you're going to look these days. You know what I mean? Right. If I was,
you're getting crippled, a TV show.
Are you kidding? You know, oh God, look who rolled in next door to us. You know, it's a fucking hit the music. The show starts. If I had a flipper arm, you know what I mean?
Your show, let me tell you something. Here's your show. You show up in a wheelchair to businesses that don't have ramps, and you just go off on them. That's the show. And the show's called No Ramps with Bob Levy. You just go, "What the fuck? I need a haircut." You got to put a ramp in this supercuts, you cunt. This is kind of therapeutic for us. Like we go through the week, we bottle all this stuff in, we save it for this show, and then we unload all over you guys. So thank you for letting us unload.
Our semen. Yes. I have it in the bottle.
Dribble does the same thing the Sheiks used to do.
Yeah. Come out and go, "Fuck you."
Yeah. You want picture with me on wheel or off wheel?
Or in Levy's ass.
Yeah, right. You want in or out asshole of intelligent Jew? What the hell just fell over there?
The tent just fell over. I hope she's not in it because, honey, you're not in the tent, are you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. She said, no, this is not going to be good. Yep. God, we're like Burns and Allen if it was Cheech and Chong.
I love it. There's a whole fucking building collapse going on in Bob's house.
Welcome to Miami, guys.
You want to hear a great moment? I woke up one morning and I was peeing, and then I felt, you know, when you have to fart at the same time, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, you kids these days talk about multitasking. That's multitasking. That's doing two difficult things at the same time. But if you're a pro and you know how to do it, and you know your body, you know how to do it, right? So I shut off this valve, I turn on this valve, and when the fart comes out, it was like, bah, 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 bah. Like it made this weird sound. And then outside the bathroom door, I hear my wife go, "What'd you say?" See, that's what I'm saying. Comics know that's the top of Comedy Mountain. When somebody talks to your fart, that's fucking great. You're like, I made it.
I only talk to her in my sleep.
Yeah,
that's what she says. Like I try to keep it where it's not going to be happening. You know what I mean? Because if I tried to pee and fart at the same time, I'd probably shit myself or cum. And I don't know. I don't know if I'd be happy with either one.
50-50 shot at this point.
I know.
I say roll the dice, find out.
I'm like the fucking evil Knievel of the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump the toilet and cum at the same time. For my next stunt.
Oh, fuck, I didn't come.
And she's like, would you I made the mistake. I go, you need help with anything?
Oh, why would you ask
I
that?
know, because she looked like she was mad, so I figured I'd throw that out there. Maybe it'll calm her down. I didn't think she would say, can you finish painting the thing for me?
Fuck. Yeah. And I was like, this is so easy to pick up a fat chick. If I look at this is like, look at that.
That's a great thing about fat people is they will right away join you in something that you propose that involves food or being lazy. Yeah. They will immediately back you up, and I love that. When I want to just not do so, I just fucking sit on the couch and eat a box of Captain Crunch, and they're like, "Fuck yeah, dude, that's a killer idea."
Like Anthony, if I said to him, "What do you want?" Like we were working, I go, "What do you want to do in the day?" I go, "You want to just watch TV?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, okay." He's not gonna say, "Hell no, I want to go see the town."
Well, you ever notice that there's never a big party on the block when somebody graduates from community college? You never see balloons in front of the house.
It's like getting married at a courthouse. You don't see a lot of receptions after the marriage out in the lobby. I find it very odd that people are so concerned with everybody's health, but the minute you don't agree with what they're doing, they wish you dead. They want you to be made an example of.
Yeah. You know how family are.
We should do a public service announcement for fat chicks. Mm-hmm. So I'll start, and then I'll throw it over to you. All right?
Okay.
All right. Hi. Are you a fat chick? Well, listen. We here at the BS Show thought of something that might help you out. If you're ever in a position where you're in danger, or you might be arrested for something, or just hungry. Myself and the Reverend Bob Levy want you to use this line from now on. Go ahead, Bob. What should they say?
I'm pregnant.
And who's gonna argue that, right?
No, but nobody, not even a doctor could tell from 2 feet away.
Yeah, and if you don't believe us, tune into a little show called "I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant." It's filled with women that look like you, and a lot of them don't know that they're pregnant because they're enormous. So
and there's another thing online. It's like, I didn't know I was this slow.
right. Followed by my new favorite show, I didn't know my shoes were untied. That's a good one too.
I didn't know he had a gun. How about that one?
Yeah, I didn't know I had kneecaps. That's news to me. That's a good one.
Is the porch light on? Yes, the porch light is on.
Pause it 1 second. This is the last thing you need when you're high, is just the list of things you have to do rapidly. Like it's the worst. It might as well be American Ninja Warrior obstacle course in your brain. Like,
did she just say?
Yeah. Like,
did she just say, "Put the dogs away"? As God, I don't fucking know how to do this right now.
That's the thing. Like, the other thing is, I'm thinking, if you're well enough to put the dogs away, you should be well enough to ride this fucking high out, you pussy. You ever get involved in yoga, Bob? You ever try
yoga? For what? You know what I mean?
Yoga.
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 Yeah, I'm not gonna do yoga because it's a woman's thing. They fucking get their big pussies in the air and shit. I see that.
Technically, yes, but it's more of like a stretching and full body mind type exercise, breathing and putting your body in different positions that at first you weren't able to do, and now you are by practicing. It's a lot of people say it's very therapeutic, very relaxing, good for you, especially in your older age.
Sounds like a lot of work to me.
Yes, that it is. But there are different types of yoga. There's hot yoga, where they don't turn the room is really super hot, so you sweat. So everybody in this room is just sweating all over, which sounds disgusting.
Yeah,
Smells disgusting to me, even though I've never stepped foot in one. There's different types of Kundalini yoga and all this other shit, but I found one on the internet called laugh yoga, which us, we're in the business of laughter, so I thought that's right up our alley. Right.
So you just go to a yoga place and start laughing at people, right?
Yeah, laughing is part of it, but like what they're trying to teach is that you laugh at the good and the bad. Just always laugh. That way,
no matter what,
be happy.
Yeah. So no matter what's going on, as long as you're laughing, you're going to be happy. That's what they're trying to tell us.
Exactly. Like this. So this is a clip of laugh yoga. This woman's there's a system that they do, and then this woman's gonna introduce herself, and you'll see what laugh yoga is all about.
All right.
And I always start and say, here's how it looks. So, my name is Gita.
Funny.
She sounds fat.
And I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease.
Wait, that was pretty funny.
Oh, it's working, right? You're laughing, right?
Yeah.
And you feel good now. You feel better.
And I'm thinking about Michael J. Fox now. I'm like, I mean, I have family ties and how I used to masturbate to Mallory.
Sure. And listen, before I played this, Michael J. Fox would pop into your head and you'd be sad.
Yeah, I would be like, that fucking guy, he looks like a ventriloquist puppet that somebody didn't want and just threw into the gutter. Right. And he's just waddling around, fucking shaking.
That's Bob's way of saying he sends his best. You touched on something that I think is a big problem in this day and age, which is everybody wants you to give a shit about them. Mm-hmm. Everybody thinks you should care about what's going on with them, what's going on with their lives, what they feel, what they think, who they vote for, who they pray to, who they fuck, who they love, all the. Like, what happened to just people living life? What happened to having to know everything about everyone? That is one of the biggest downsides of social media, is it gives a voice to people who we would have never heard from ever, and we would have been fine.
Okay, exactly. But the thing that came into play that makes this world what it is today is feelings.
Yeah.
Everybody has feelings now. And everybody has feelings. You don't have to be an emotional cunt about it. That's all I'm saying. It's like, so what? Somebody fucking insults you. You know what I mean? Calls me a stupid Jew. Yeah, maybe I'll try to get smarter. You know what I mean? Okay.
Or maybe not. Who gives a shit?
Exactly. But it's not like, it's not going to ruin my, I'm not going to go fucking, calling up the police and say, somebody called me a stupid Jew, and they go, where's the proof you're not?
Well, the proof would be in calling the police to tell them someone called you a stupid Jew. I'd be like, what do you think we could do, you fucking dumb Jew? No, nothing.
And then they gave me 411 to call.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this guy called me a dumb Jew, and I don't know what to do about it. Then that's just proving you're an idiot, regardless of Jew or not. But no, it's so true, man. It's like everybody has a soapbox to stand on now.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. The feeling, you talk about people's feelings. I knew we were in trouble years ago when I used to work at this summer camp as a camp counselor.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Is this on? Anyways, And I remember we would do games at like a trivia game, for example, and the camp would be split up into 4 teams, right? And and it was a Jewish camp, so one team had yellow stars on them, the other team didn't. Anyhow, one team was in striped pajamas. Now we get to the end of the game, and clearly there's a team that's ahead of the other 2 teams. So you figure first, second, third. No, guess what it is? A tie. We all win. We all win because we don't want to teach you guys about losing, because we want to spare your precious little feelings. Fuck that. Life is about loss. That is where you learn the most. That is where you get the most education in life, is by loss. Whether it's your fault, whether it's a freak thing, that's the learning. That's what makes you a human being. Much like in comedy, playing the shit gigs on the road is what makes you a comic.
Exactly.
Right. Thank you.
Sucking like 8 dicks on a weekend, that's what makes you a whore, lady. So keep it up.
Right. That's right. And in some clubs, that's what makes you a comic, too.
That's what makes you a feature act.